the start date for the 8-week period? Is it the date that you are funded, or is it the date that you sign the loan? Would you mind covering that really
Yeah,
quickly?
good question. So the covered period starts when the loan is funded, uh, but for payroll costs, you do have one opportunity to shift that just a little bit for the alternative payroll covered period. So for payroll costs, if you're a weekly or bi-weekly payer of payroll, you could shift your covered period for payroll cost purposes to align with your next kind of start date for a pay period, so that it's a cleaner start and end point for that. But for everything else, starts on the date the loan was funded.
If you have the 24-week period, but you spend the loan proceeds, prior to that time, but it's past the 8 weeks, can you start that forgiveness application? Can you pick somewhere in the middle, or is it 8 or 24 weeks?
Uh, yeah, that really would be the best of both worlds if we could, and I wish that were how it was set up. But really, they give you a one or the other option right now. Of it defaults to 24, but you can elect to keep the 8 week. There isn't an option to pick 10 weeks or 12 or whenever you have fully spent the funds by. Um, the one maybe silver lining to that is if you spent the money by 10 or 12 weeks, you'll be well over by 24 weeks, and the principal and interest payments are deferred a while too. So even though you might not have the formal, um, you're not necessarily paying on the loan either, and still may be pretty well off.